All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation. All right, during the times of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. Okay. This will probably be fairly quick. See how the spirit moves. But I think I'm gonna entitle this The elect's time is coming. All right. Or our time, the hopeful elect is coming. Something to that nature. And this is based upon something that happened to me today. And the spirit that came over me after it happened. Before I get started, I'm going to read one scripture first. And I'm going to follow that up with another scripture. Because these two scriptures came to me. And I told some of the brothers I'm in a chat with, we spoke about it. Or I told them what happened. And, through the spirit, Lord will, it's edifying and faith boosting to the hopeful elect out there, okay? Let me get this scripture real quick. Bear with me a real quick second. Right, because what happened was, today is Friday, the November the 17th, 2023, the hopeful year that all prophecy come to pass. I get to work this morning, and usually Fridays are, so-so as far as workload. Let me pull this scripture up real quick. As far as workload, Fridays is like a hit and miss. For some reason, today, when I got my paperwork, I had about 11 deliveries, and I believe 8 of them were home deliveries. If you know anything about, the trucking business, I drive a tractor trailer, 45-foot trailer, with a tractor pulling it. And, I'm a city driver, so I'm in the city. And home deliveries are the worst because, sometimes the pallets are, they can range anywhere from, you can be delivering just a box, or you can be delivering some tile, heavy ass 2,000 pound pallet, 1,500 pound pallet tile. Sometimes you on slopes, so sometimes it could be a bitch. It's hell. And when I saw my paperwork, I seen all the home deliveries. It automatically put me in a fucked up spirit, because I knew, it was just gonna be one of them days. So anyway, it was one of those days. I get to spots. One spot, You know, I had to back up off of a busy ass street up a slope driveway and get off a 800-pound electrical device in a crate. You know, just busting, doing slave labor. So anyway, I get through my deliveries and I get to my last one. Let me read this scripture before I continue with the story. This is the book of St. John, chapter 16, verse 20. It says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy." And that's basically, the spirit I was in today. I was like, you get into those, the longer you in this truth, as you grow, you tend to go on an emotional roller coaster, so to speak. That's what I like to call it. But you keep it intact. You keep yourself intact, and you deal with it. You don't complain out loud to nobody. You just you complaining in your mind, like it tells you in the book of Romans, the 8th chapter. The spirit groaneth what the mouth can't speak, roughly paraphrasing. And so I get through all my deliveries, and I get to this last delivery, and I notice, well, first the GPS on the my little device took me around in this neighborhood I wasn't even supposed to be in. I damn near, tore down some trees and knocked down power lines. So I'm in my mind, I'm just like, man, this is But anyway, I get out of the neighborhood and I put the GPS, the address in my phone, and I had an idea where it was trying to take me, but there was no way I could get to where I needed to go in the truck that I had. All right, so I had to go back out to the main road and go all the way around, up in the hills where the rich Edomites and heathens live. So I get out and I go to this last delivery, and it's a huge house. I'm talking about this house is, and the guy that was building it, he built it from the ground up. And when I got there, I looked at my paperwork, and the guy's name, his name was Theodore Ray. All right? Theodore Ray. That was his name. Okay? Now, when you look up the word Theodore, which that so happens to be my name, it goes back to the Greek word for God. All right? And then the word Ray, all right? This was the man's name. This is why it was spiritual to me, and I'll continue the story after I get you this definition of Ray. All right? Means beam of light. This is from the Edamon Online. It says beam of light, light emitted in a given direction from a luminous body. All right? So this was the guy's name. So I thought it was, I've never run into anybody. So like my window's getting fogged up. It's getting hot in here. But I've never run into anyone, with the same first name as mine. As far as like meeting them, myself. So when I get to where he is, I'm looking down the street. It's a bunch of fucking work trucks everywhere. I'm like, man, how the fuck am I gonna get in here? So I pull up past his street and I put my hazards on and I'm waiting. And I'm waiting for probably 5 minutes, and then a truck pulls out that left just enough room for me to back right into where his driveway is. Now, mind you, there is construction damn near the whole block. His house took up almost the whole block on the north side of his block. That's how big his house was. A beautiful ass home. You know what I'm saying? All white, but they were still building on it. The home was white, and they were still building. And you could, they had, Jake was out there, doing the cement in the backyard and the front yard. They were, and some of them were waiting for me to bring his delivery. So I get out the truck, I get out the truck, and this Edomite looking man came walking towards me. And I figured this was Theodore. So I said, "You Theodore?" And he said, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." And he shook my hand. He said, "You good?" And it was weird to me that he even asked me that. Like, he asked me in the like, "Are you good?" And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I shook his hand, and we got to talking about, what he had. He wanted to know what it was. I said, "Yeah, it's on a big pallet. It's not too heavy, but if that dirt is soft, I'm not going to be able to, use my pallet jack to get it on the dirt. But if it's hard, I can wheel it as far up to the door as you need me to." And he said, "Yeah, I can get a couple of my guys to help you." So, I get it down, we wheel it. And one of his guys said, "Hey, he has the same name as you." And then he looked at me, and because my name is on my shirt. And I said, "Yeah, that's why I told you had a cool name." And he kind of laughed. So we proceed to pull it back, pull it onto the dirt, getting it to his front door so they can take it off the pallet, take everything in. So I get it close as I could to, and as I'm getting him to sign my device so I can get out of there, my last delivery, it's probably it's almost 2:30, or say almost 3 maybe. I forget the time. And as he's signing it, he go in his pocket and he pull out 2 crispy blue face $100 bills. And he gave it to me and said, "I appreciate you." And I looked at him and I said, "Hey man, thank you, man." I was like, "Hey, I appreciate you." And he patted me on the shoulder, and he, proceeded to, and I left. And and it wasn't more so the money. I mean, yeah, the money had some, I ain't gonna front, because I was only there 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think, because I do deliveries in those neighborhoods all the time. And I'm telling you, Edomites are the most uptight, and these heathens, the most uptight, and goddamn, that's why I don't believe he was an Edomite. He didn't even seem like an Edomite. He shook my hand like a Jake would, but he had the appearance of one as an Edomite. But when he gave me that, and I was like, damn, it was nothing. But then I started recollecting my whole day, and then I start thinking about his name. I gave all the praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because it was the Most High who lifted my spirit through that action. And that's why I read St. John 16. Okay, let me get that back up. St. John 16, because I was in that lamenting spirit. But my sorrow was turned into joy just off of that last. I mean, they didn't know that I was in the spirit of fuck everything, and I'm just doing my job, and I'm when he asked me if I was good, it kind of dawned on me like, damn, why is he asking me if I'm good? You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming to drop his. All this started playing through my mind. And then an overwhelming spirit of the Most High is getting ready to start blessing the elect. You know what I'm saying? Came over me. You know what I'm saying? I was up, I'm driving, I'm like, man, that was, you know, it threw me for a loop, and it put me in a whole different spirit. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to thinking about his name, and I was like, yeah, that's all. It was all Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I caught all that hell all day. And at the end of my day, or my last delivery, before I did my, I had 2 little pickups I had to get. In my last delivery, a man named, whose name meant God's beam of light, all right, cheered me up, you know what I'm saying, by a generous, asking me if I was good, told me he appreciated me, didn't know me from a can of paint, and he just gave me 2 crispy blue-face C-notes. And the house that they were building from the ground up, it was all white. And I actually complimented him on it. I was like, man, you got a beautiful home, man. And he reminded me of a Jake. You know, he was, yeah, man, someday it'll be beautiful. He was more in the spirit like, I'm just trying to hurry up and get it done. You know, because I've been around rich, arrogant-ass Edomites in those same neighborhoods, and they have a totally different spirit on them, man. Now, whether he was a Jake or not, is you know, that's up to the Most High. But the point I'm you know, getting at is St. John 16:20. My day was shit. You know what I'm saying? Every brother has gone through those days to where you like, man, you praying to the Most High in your head, how long? And just like that, in a matter of, I wasn't even expecting it, in a matter of a couple of minutes, my spirit was changed to where I was, my sorrow had turned into joy. You know, and some might say, well, man, that was only $200. Yeah, $200 I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there go my gas money and some groceries, man. You know? And I thank the Most High for it. You know, because I started to because of the way my whole spirit changed. The vibration on me changed through that one or those few minutes of interacting with a man named Theodore Ray. That was his name, man. All right? That was his name. And it was, you know, I can sit here and say how spiritual it was and how it changed my mood all day. Or that quick till I'm blue in the face. You know? And it dawned on me, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is getting ready to start blessing his elect men, his men out here, man, because we've been catching hell, man. Our apostles and elders have been catching hell for 40 plus years, man. You know? Watching wicked niggas get fat while we starve, man. And yet we just stay on the grind with this word, pushing, and hope that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have mercy on us. Okay? But it's written, the Lord is going to take care of us. Apostle Tahar did a video entitled Vocab Malone watches our videos, something to that effect, and he was talking about the MOTB. And to me, all these people that know and see that this is where society is headed, whether they want to admit it or not, they all see that this is where it's headed. They see what Esau is doing, whether they want to believe it's the MOTB or not. And what's happening is they're afraid. All right, they're afraid. Here it is, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We've been pushing that micro C-hip is the MOTB. And Vocab Malone was saying, I just can't see it being just that. You know, because why didn't he make it known to the guys back then, the prophets back then? Because it wasn't for them to know back then. Like Apostle Tahar said, it was for us to know this time, man. Okay? And what's happening is a lot of these motherfuckers are afraid. They're afraid, man. Okay? Because they don't want to admit that the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the men underneath and all our affiliate camps are the prophets and have the truth. Because we've been teaching the same thing. We've been telling you everything that's coming into society right now. And we've been catching hell for it. Being sorrowful for it. Lamenting. All right? Weeping. Okay? Losing families. Going through all this hell. But now everything that we've been speaking is right here in everybody's fucking face. And motherfuckers are afraid. And we're not. We're rejoicing that this time is here. Okay? We're rejoicing that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has brought these things to the forefront of society. Okay? You don't see us nervous and, you know, all shook up like Elvis Presley, like the rest of these people out here. All right? Switching up the doctrine like these other groups. Okay? Making fun of the C-hip when it's right here in your face. They telling you they getting ready to go digital. And you still have Israelites and you Christians that do not want to believe that that's the MOTB. And that's fine. You know why you don't want to? Because you know it's going to force you to say that the apostles and elders and the men of Great Millstone had it right from the jump. All right? Your pride is keeping you from admitting that, and you're afraid. All right? You people are afraid because it's right here in your face. All right? And you gonna take the chip. You gonna take that goddamn chip, man. All right? And we are rejoicing in these times because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said right here in 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, in the 27th verse, it says, "Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh," and that's coming. Everybody is seeing that it's bad out here. All right? You can't, you know, going back, you know, like I said before in the previous video, 2008, 07, up until 2020, it was a different world in Babylon the Great. You can actually, you know, get a bag and not even worry about what the prophets was talking about because wasn't nothing happening the way it's happening. All right? But now you can't get away from it. Everywhere you go, somebody talking about the digital system that they getting ready to bring out. They talking about this Hamas and Palestine thing. All right? Everywhere you go, it's biblical talk. And this is what the apostles, the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai have been saying 40 plus years, man. All right? And now it's in the forefront of everybody's mind. It's everywhere. All right? And people are afraid. Okay? So 2nd Ezra 2:27, it says, "Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful." Okay? And we finna see a lot of weeping and a lot of sorrow out here with all these people that done got fat while the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai was out here starving. All right? They was fat out here on life. Okay? Enjoying every aspect of it. But now you're starting to be faced with reality. Okay? Reality is starting to hit a lot of you in the face, and you don't want to face it, but you ain't got no choice. So it's going to be a lot of weeping and sorrowful out here, all right, amongst you people. It says, "Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance." So the Lord is going to bless his men in these times. The men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will not be out here messed up, man. Okay? The Lord is going to take care of us, just like it just said. When others are weeping and being sorrowful, all right, we're going to be merry and have abundance. And we in them times, man. You know? And these are the scriptures that came to my mind when I went through that whole little ordeal. I was like, man, the tables are about to start turning for the men of the Lord out here, man. All right? Because it's written. All we got to do is continue to fight and hold on, man. All right? And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to do the rest, just as he has been. All right? So, yeah, that was it. You know, I just wanted to share that. You know, Lord will, it was edifying to the hopeful elect, built some of your faith, built your faith up, and keeps you motivated, man, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is in all things. He works through all things. And as it tells us in Wisdom of Solomon, wisdom floweth through all things by reason of her pureness. All right? So even little things like that, those are signs from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. What I explained earlier, you know, that my day, so to speak. You know, I didn't go into too much detail, but that last delivery. All right. So just like the scriptures say, let me get that in Acts, the 4th chapter. All right. And we'll end it there. Through much tribulation. All right. This is Acts 14, Salaki. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples, and we're all disciples of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. All right, continue, you know, to all the brethren out there. All right, continue to hold fast to this faith, even you sisters. All right. Continue to hold fast to the faith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has given you. Remember, that's a gift that's been given to us. All right? And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And we're getting ready to get our kingdom. All right? So just continue to hold fast, stay prayed up, and stay the course. The Lord is going to do everything, man. And the Lord is going to start blessing, delivering out of situations, all right? Right at that perfect moment, all right? When you least expecting it, the Lord going to knock you over the head with a deliverance, a blessing, whatever it may be. And it's going to change your whole spirit and boost your faith, because it did mine today, you know? So with that, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Again, Lord will, this was uplifting, edifying, and motivating to the hopeful elect. And we on to the next. Shalom.